G'day gang, Danny here. How's it going, folks? We're back in the Elder Scrolls Online Necrom. Our Necrom playthrough. We are currently wandering around Telvanni Peninsula getting all the side quests done before we do any more main quests. We might actually go down to Apocrypha after this and take care of some side quests there too. In these series, I like to get all the side quests done prior to going through.
Well, that was a waste of time.
And completing the main quest. Hey, Norelli. Give me a sec. Let me just go get that sky shard. Norelli's everywhere. It doesn't matter where I go.
Well, that was a waste of time.
She's everywhere. She won't leave me alone. Sky shard. Over this way, past the ogre. Past the ogres. Up, down below, up above. Down below. What? Nice hit. Past the silt hopper. Here we go. Alright. Another sky shard absorbed. Yeah, so I tend to try... Let's move... Oh, there's a chest there. I tend to try and get all the... Oh, are you gonna... You friendly? You're friendly? Oh, good. Let me just unlock this. Tend to do all the sky shards. Grab all the sky shards. And all the side quests. Or as many as I can find anyway. World bosses when we pass by them. If they're up. Come on, dude. We did do Bastion Nimic earlier on. So that was cool. Alright, now let's see what she would like, Norelli.
Well, that was a waste of time. No one goes to Salem Mora anymore, and now I can see why. Getting badgered by priests and buoyant armigers isn't worth seeing the one impressive relic they keep at the shrine. Is that where you're headed?
What shrine? What's going on?
The Shrine of St. Voorhees, patron saint of House Telvanni. It's the only reason why anyone would go to Salem Mora. I stopped by to see the relic of St. Voorhees, but the High Priest wouldn't even let me get close enough to get a good look.
What's so special about this relic?
I didn't stay long enough to find out. Apparently, it's an honor just to be in its mere presence. Didn't feel like anything special to me. If you're headed that way, maybe you can see what all the fuss is about.
I'll head to the Shrine of St. Voorhees. I'll see what's going on.
Good luck, outsider. You're going to need it.
I don't like the way she said that. Salem Mora. Let's get the quest up here. Relassi.
This is your last heist, Lock of Rosgard. Mark my words.
The talisman of St. Voorhees will be mine, and I'm all yours, Relassi, if you can catch me.
Harbinger?
The Lark of Rosgard is so smug when he's got the high ground. He won't be so smug when he's level with my boot. And his little disappearing act. Let me get my hands on him and I'll make him disappear.
What's going on here?
That fetching thief has been a thorn in my side for far too long. He's planning to rob the shrine at Salem Mora of the sacred relic of St. Voorhees. I need extra hands if I'm to stop him. Yours could do. Are you looking for work?
What would you need me to do?
Stand in for me at the shrine and the Khajiit caravan nearby. Ask questions. Search for any clues or suspicious activity and assure the High Priest that I have everything under control. Help me, and I'll make sure you're compensated for your time.
Well, then I'll help you with your investigation.
High Priest Treelan will be your point of contact at the shrine. He seems insistent the Khajiit are involved in the heist somehow. I have a feeling they're only guilty of poor timing. Meet me back here when you're done. Meet me here when you're done.
Yep, you just said that, and I did hear that, despite the fact that my ears are exposed. Look, I definitely heard you. Wasn't a problem.
All may bask in the talisman's divine glory. From a respectful distance, please.
Talisman of St. Voorhees, is this a respectful distance?
If you're here to bask in the presence of the talisman of St. Voorhees, I humbly ask that you do so out of arm's reach. If you have any questions about the relic's history, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
I'm here because Relasi hired me to help us stop the relic from being stolen.
Shh, not so loud. This is a very delicate situation. We need to ensure that what few pilgrims we have aren't scared off by any of this. Relasi hasn't exactly kept us apprised of her plans. What did she send you to do?
She wanted me to search for anything suspicious and assure you she has everything under control.
Of course she did. That's it. I'm sending a priest to shadow her. After Relasi came through to examine the talisman, I've had to stand watch. I've made sure not to let anyone get too close, especially not any outsiders. It's been exhausting.
Have you had any visitors that weren't Dark Elves?
Aside from you, there was one other, an elder Khajiit who asked many questions. Without, I might add, the judgmental sneering typical of most outsiders. I cannot recall his name, but he was alone. I've heard the dangerous ones only travel in groups.
What can you tell me about the history of this shrine?
I'm so glad you asked. This shrine has stood since the dawn of the Second Era in honor of St. Voorhees the Immolent, patron saint of House Telvanni. I am the High Priest, and I oversee the care of our most valued relic, the Talisman of St. Voorhees.
And what's the story behind the talisman?
St. Voorhees believed that we honor our ancestors through the forceful expression of will over others. The gem within the relic exemplifies this belief. It was claimed in conquest during his march across elsewhere.
St. Voorhees stole the gem from Khajiit and elsewhere?
Not stole, claimed in conquest. The shrine is dedicated to exercising our forceful expression of will. We hope to someday unravel the hidden mystical properties held by the gem that eluded even the great St. Voorhees until his death.
You mean no one has been able to figure out what the gem inside the talisman can do?
Testing one's will on the talisman serves as a humbling reminder that forceful expression of one's will is an unending journey. Salem Mora used to be a haven for aspiring Telvanni, pilgrims eager to test their mettle. But alas, those days are gone.
People don't visit anymore. Why not?
Most come to visit the crypts. Few stay to properly observe the majesty of the relic. I cannot understand why. Admittedly, we have had an influx of visitors since this Lark character announced his intentions to steal the talisman.
The heist is drawing in more visitors.
I'd hate to think that spectacle was the only thing calling pilgrims to the shrine anymore. And if the Lark succeeds, there won't be anything here worth visiting for at all. Please, make sure Relasi stops him, will you? Excuse me. Please step back from the relic.
Hey, this is arm length. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with that. I was just extending my arm a little, that's all. Note to Relasi. What? Where'd the note go? Dearest Relasi, I'd hate for you to think your hard work here has gone unnoticed. I noticed. Talk soon, your Lark of Rosgard. Investigate the Mindari camp below.
Why are we stopping here, when these dark elves lurk about the edges of our camp?
Oh, Shadea. You worry too much. Surely they mean us no harm.
Old fool.
That is a big cat.
Resting up before I'm ready to fall over. That's new.
The Eye of Bandar. Eliriso Dro fears this history will be lost forever to the Bandari. He copies it here so his children's children may know it and make their hearts light. Many ages ago, dark elves crossed the sands of elsewhere, led by the Fiery One, a mage who had never met a soul he had not wished to conquer. When the Khajiit opened their arms to their ash-faced strangers, those who did not have sword buried in their chests were clapped in irons and shipped away, never to be seen again. This one's little ancestor fled with her caravan into the desert. The Fiery One chased them like the threat of sunrise. Far from food and shelter, they were caught with nowhere to run. The Fiery One searched little ancestor and held up a prize, a radish-sized gem, bright as two moons and smooth from being passed between too many hands. "What is this?" the Fiery One asked, but little ancestor bit her tongue and said nothing. "It's a sacred thing to you?" Little ancestor was silent still. "It holds great power, does it not?" And at last little ancestor spoke. "It is powerless outside the hands of the Bandari." The Fiery One waved his warriors to stand down. The gem entranced him. "Covet your miserable lives," he told the Bandari. "Weep as I return victorious to my homeland, where my forceful will shall unravel the hidden powers within this sacred gem." And so the Fiery One left the clan in the desert with their miserable lives. But he did not know that little ancestor had been given this gem only that day by her clan mother in exchange for a sweet song to lift everyone's spirits. He did not know that she had planned to give it to a cousin in exchange for his pretty mouth harp that she had always coveted. And so the clan did weep, but only with laughter, for the Eye of Bandar was indeed a sacred thing, but truly worthless outside the hands of the Bandari. Well, there you go. A piece of junk.
What is it you want? Your nose is too close to my face.
Who are you?
This one is called Shadea. She and her mercenaries are here only to protect the caravan for coin. This one dislikes this place and will remain no longer than she must. You have questions? Talk to the elder. This one knows nothing.
Did you visit the shrine of St. Voorhees?
This one is not in the habit of paying tithes to foreign saints. The elder may have gone, but he insisted others stay at the camp. Fine by this one, so long as she gets paid.
Have you seen any suspicious activity around your camp?
Yes, a nosy walker came to spy and ask foolish questions. And Shadea was the only one bothered by this. Then again, the elder and his family are Bandari. They are used to being treated like criminals. Anything else, nosy walker?
What do you do exactly?
Stand a bit closer and find out. This one is quick with her blade and does not hesitate to stick it in those who ask for it. Pray that won't be you.
So you're a mercenary?
Bother someone else if you're looking for a job, Walker. This one's band has no room to cut in another share. These peddlers can barely afford us as it is.
Come on, Shadea. No need to be like that, jeez.
Luck be with you, Walker. This one is Elier Sodro, Caravan Elder. Our wares and coin are in short supply, but our camp is open to all who may seek to rest and be at ease. What does your heart seek that we may provide?
Has anyone else come through your camp recently?
No. We Bandari are used to scrutiny, but rarely from such a distance. The dark elves in these lands seem colder than most. This is no matter. This one extends his warmest welcomes to you instead.
Did you visit the shrine of St. Voorhees nearby?
The shrine? Oh, that shrine. It is a place holy to dark elves, yes? Of little interest to us Khajiit. This one is late in his years and does not remember. But he may have accidentally wandered through. Yes, that was probably so.
Come on, buddy, I read the book. I know you want the gem for sentimental reasons. Let's get it out there, okay? Have you seen any strange activity around your camp?
Ask Shadea. This one thought it sensible to hire protection while crossing a land rife with slavers, and her sharp eyes miss nothing. And you are welcome to ask around our camp, Walker. Make yourself at home among the Bandari.
What brought you to the Telvanni Peninsula?
As Bandari, our travels take us wherever the roads may lead us. The roads happen to lead us here, to this Salen Mora. We sought to stay at the grand outpost east of here, but it seems to be in ruins.
Right. Okay, so we already talked to Shadea. Let's return to Relasi.
He's here. The locker's in the crypts. He just slipped past. I just saw him. The Lock of Rosgard. He's in the crypts. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
What happened?
I was setting up protective runes in the crypts when some swift priest came bumbling in after me and set them off. We were forced to flee when the spirits of the interred attacked us, and then the Lark of Rosgard managed to slither into the crypts.
Won't he get attacked by the spirits?
He's so slippery, there's no guarantee they'll even slow him down. Quickly, please. If you can help deter the spirits, I'm sure we can corner him and stop this once and for all.
Well, I'm ready to chase down the Lark of Rosgard. Let's go.
Quickly, into the crypts. We can't let him get away.
I got him. I want to have a little chat with him. I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page here.
The lock can't be too far ahead.
The way that priest tripped all of your protective runes, it's almost like they're working against you, Relasi.
No! Get him!
Get that guy. Oh, what the heck? Spectral Knight.
Dead.
Yep, that is accurate. A defiler.
Relasi, who's your friend? Are you ever going to introduce us?
Quit running away, and I'll do more than that.
Loves to just pop in and pop out, doesn't he?
Got your back.
Pretty sure they're all dead. Again? It's almost hard to tell. I feel like definitely my big stomp and my ultimate puts the pain down, but sometimes it feels like a miss.
Priest has listened to you, Relasi. You know, it's not too late to switch sides.
Shut up! I'm not switching sides!
At that time, I took him down immediately.
I know that fetcher's here somewhere. Let's see if we can draw him out.
And the talisman is mine! You know, if you leave that replica where it is, the High Priest would be none the wiser. It could be our little secret.
No, no, no! How did he know? Nobody saw me. How could the Lark have known? He has the talisman. The real talisman. I made a replica of the original. Switched it out without the High Priest knowing. Then, I hid the real one down here to keep it safe.
Why would you do that?
The High Priest refused my order to take the relic off display. He thinks it's safe, as long as he's watching it. But the Lark could steal stripes off a cat. If I couldn't stop his heist, I thought I could at least trick him into taking a replica.
The Lark saw through your trick. He left this note for you at the shrine.
That arrogant swit! And if that foolish priest hadn't prematurely set off my runes, I'd have clipped the Lark's wings and had him dead to rights! Tell me this isn't over. Tell me you found something useful. Something at the Khajiit camp, maybe.
Oh, the elder Alistrado, Dro. I can't say it. Whatever. Visited the shrine alone. I also found this story he wrote.
A story. Great. What reason would this elder have to visit the... Wait. Did you read this? His legend says the relic holds this eye of Bandar. Fetch it all! I need you to get back to the camp quickly, before the High Priest intervenes.
Now head back to the Bandari camp. What do you want me to do there?
Keep an eye on that elder. If he's really involved, he may not know the danger he's put himself in. Believe me, even if only one of the Khajiit is conspiring with the Lark, the High Priest will make sure the entire caravan suffers for it.
What are you going to do while I go to the camp?
I'll see to High Priest Treelam. I'll assure him that you're in pursuit of our thief and everything is going as planned. If you don't manage to recover the talisman, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right. Exit over here.
Who's next?
Go ahead. I'll meet up with you soon.
Right. Quick, get back to the Bandari camp. Let's ride. Go. Did he go quick? Hopefully nothing happened to him.
Walker, help. Please.
What happened?
They're still alive in the ruins. Walker, please. Save my family.
Who did this?
Shadea kept pushing to leave. Elir Sudro insisted we stay. And then he told her everything. The relic, the thief, secrets we swore to keep. He spoke on the eye's value to the Bandari, but she heard only the promise of coin.
What did you do with the others?
Took them to the ruins. The relic is the price of their lives. Too late for me, Walker. Please, find the Lark. Save the others.
I'll do what I can. Damn it. A bloody scrap of clothing. It seems like it was left behind as a warning. Someone ransacked the Bandari camp. I should search for clues on what happened here. There's more stuff here. Oh, ransom note from Shadea. Thief, you do not know Shadea, but the elder Listrado Dro told this one everything about his little scheme and your part in it. Shadea thinks the talisman will be a better payout than the meager gold her band is getting from these peddlers. If you wish for the elder and his remaining family to live, bring the talisman to the abandoned outpost east of camp. Any tricks, and we'll paint this outpost with the blood of the Bandari. Shadea? Jesus, Shadea?
Everything went off without a... Wait. Where is everyone? What happened here? Did you do this? I knew Relasi was desperate to get me, but I never thought she'd order something like this.
Thieves Guild? That's Thieves Guild gear, right? Shadea did this. She left a ransom note.
Shadea? Why did he tell her? That old cat is too quick to assume the good in everyone. And perhaps I'm about to make the same mistake, but I'll ask it plainly. Can I count on your help in rescuing my client and his family or not?
You don't get paid unless you rescue them, do you?
You think the Bandari are paying me? They could barely afford to pay their mercenaries. The Lark of Rosgard never leaves a job unfinished. Simple as that.
Why would you agree to steal something without getting paid for it?
Stealing is so inelegant a word for what I do. I prefer to think of it as reacquisition. And the simple answer is that some things are much better earned than bought. Trust, for example. If I give you the talisman, will I have earned yours?
What's your plan?
When we get to the ruins, I need you to barter with Shadea. Do whatever you can to keep her occupied with the talisman. While you do that, I'll do what I do best. It's a gamble, but I think we can pull it off. I'll meet you at the ruins. Remember to keep Shadea talking as long as possible.
Alright. Talking is my strong suit, of course. Let's go. Into the old outpost. Right at the back. Oh. Sellsword Nightblade. You brought this on yourself?
Walker, come no closer or this one will bleed out the Elder. Where is the thief?
Shadea, please. This one is sure that Walker means no harm. We can talk through this, yes?
You should have kept your nose to yourself, Walker. This does not concern you.
I have the Talisman of St. Voorhees.
What? Where did you... It does not matter. Give it to Shadea, now!
What are you planning to do with a talisman?
With so many hands grasping for it, someone must pay well for it, yes? Shadea is losing patience. Toss it over now.
I'll throw it on the count of 3. 1, 2...
What was that? No! Curse you, thief!
Goodbye.
No! You will pay for this, Walker. Surrender the talisman or the others die.
Please, Walker. Save this one's family. Give her the talisman if you must.
That's Relassi. Follow my lead and play along.
Stop right there!
You've tricked me out of the talisman, but you'll never catch me alive!
Scoundrel! Thief! The pariah curse you and hound your steps for all your days!
Well, that was convincing. Where are the others?
It would have been great if she said stop right there, criminal scum. Would have been perfect.
This one is not injured, Walker. Perhaps it is a better fate than he deserves.
What happened back at the camp?
This one misplaced his trust, and now pays dearly for it. Those who tried to fight back were killed. Please, Walker, none of this was worth the lives of my family. Save who you can.
I'll follow Shadea and see what I can do.
I came as quickly as I could. As soon as I saw what happened at the camp, I followed the tracks here to the outpost. But Vec, what a terrible thing. If there are any others left alive, we need to save them.
What happened back at the shrine?
I'd have been here sooner, but High Priest Treelam kept badgering me with questions. He hasn't even realized his precious relic was replaced with a fake. When I got there, he'd taken it off the pedestal and was clutching it to his chest.
So you're not worried about finding the original talisman?
While there are lives at stake, I couldn't give a nix. If you can go after them, I'll escort the Elder here safely out of the caverns. Can I still count on you?
I'll make sure the rest of the Mandari escape safely. Alright, 3 hostages to rescue. Right over the lava river.
This one shall pay your favor forward.
You are a true friend to the Bandari.
My thanks, Walker.
Oh, there they are.
Give the talisman.
Shadea's here.
Face Shadea's blades and suffer.
That's over, Shadea. Let's get out of here. You are...
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried.
Lock.
The others just passed me. They're safe. Now, all that remains is to decide the fate of the Talisman of St. Voorhees.
What if Relasi tells the High Priest about you working for the Bandari?
She wouldn't. The only person Relasi wants to suffer for this crime is me. And she still needs to catch me. Besides, if the High Priest knew about her little stunt with the replica talisman, she'd be finished. We've got that we can hold over her.
What if she tells the High Priest the truth about the replica herself?
Way ahead of you. While you were saving the hostages, I doubled back and managed to steal Relasi's replica off the High Priest personally. Serves him right for not listening to my favorite armiger in the first place.
Why did you do that?
So I could give it to you. Will you honor the patron saint of House Telvanni by restoring his shrine's most beloved spoil of war? Or will you don the mask of the pariah and deliver them the replica? The choice is now yours.
You're trusting me to make this decision?
For everyone involved to keep their desired reputations, there is no one else I can trust with this decision. It has to be you. I mean, I know what I'd do, but it's in your hands now. See you around, stranger. And send my fondest farewells to Relasi, will you?
Deliver the talisman to Relasi or deliver the real talisman to Elir. I'm giving the real one back to the cat. Seeing as that story tells me that it has no use, they can have the fake one. It won't make a difference, will it? As long as it looks pretty much the same.
Has returned. 1,000 blessings to you, savior of the Bandari. This one mourns those lost when Shadea's greed overtook her. But we would have lost so much more if it were not for you, Walker. This one knows not how to express his thanks. The buoyant armiger, she failed to catch our tricky friend, yes?
The luck of Rosgard is gone. I have the talisman of St. Voorhees.
Ha! So, the fate of the Eye of Bandar falls to you. Whichever way you choose, Walker. This one asks only that you do not use what you learned today about the Eye to challenge the faith of those who serve at this shrine.
I'm giving you the real talisman to restore the Eye of Bandar.
Walker, this one is at a loss for words. Our caravan will pay forward your generosity 1,000 times, but what will become of the shrine of St. Voorhees?
I'll give them the replica talisman that Relasi made. They won't realize the difference.
Very good, Walker, very good.
A whole stack? Very nice.
A whole stack. Indeed, it is very nice. Okay, we'll go talk to Relasi.
I'm with you.
Good, you're back. Just as we planned.
Yep, just as we planned.
The lark got away, but the remaining Khajiit are safe, right? Then it's a victory in my book. Did you recover anything else for me?
This is for you.
I recognize my handiwork. I'll be a hero returning this to the shrine. It's a false victory, but no one needs to know that besides us. Take your payment. If we meet again, I hope it will be after I've taken the upper hand on the Lark of Rosgard. What happened today was a setback, but the knowledge is my burden to bear. No one needs to learn from it except me. I'll make it right by capturing the Lark of Rosgard next time. I swear it.
So what will you do now, Relasi?
I'll send a report to my superiors. I'll remain in Salem Mora for a few days, just to make sure it's safe. And then I'll likely be back on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard.
How did you manage to make such a convincing replica of the talisman?
Oh, I've always had an eye for that sort of thing. The sacred gem looked enough like moonstone that I made it work in a pinch. A little bit of weathering, using some basic spells, and that's it. Sometimes I wonder if I got in the wrong line of work.
And how did you manage to replace the original with the replica without the High Priest noticing?
It's just being furtive and aware of your surroundings. I suppose I have some sort of intuition I've picked up from my work on... You know what? I'm going to stop this line of questioning right here.
What did it say? What did I say?
No. I get enough teasing about how good a thief I'd be from the Lark of Rosgard. I don't need it from you two. Now run along before I decide to change my mind about not taking anyone into custody for this case.
It's meant to be. Hey, High Priest. You got nothing to say? Okay. Oh, which here? Oh, here we go.
Relasi, your efforts in returning this relic to our shrine will be noted. Thank you again for your service. I would say that we are in your debt, but this is what Relasi hired you for, is it not? I did want to ask you something. I noticed that the talisman appears a little different.
Different? How?
It's changed somehow. The gem inside seems to have a different sort of luster. I rather wonder if your forceful expression of will in seeing its safe return has somehow tapped into its hidden power. It's an exciting development, to say the least.
It is indeed. Has anyone else seen any change in the talisman?
I've heard nothing. But of course, no one knows the talisman as intimately as I do. Our relic being threatened as it was has to mean we'll have an influx of pilgrims soon. Perhaps others will be able to provoke it further.
There you go. Happy endings, eh?
What happened today was a setback.
Happy endings. Let me go back over here just see if it's already on display. Oh no, he hasn't quite got there yet. Okay. Well, that ends that. Let's make our way over to Laro's Headache. Got to delve over there. Maybe it's all related. And then we've got one more quest over there, and I think we're good to go to Apocrypha after that. In fact, let's just go from here. The Necrom outskirts, Way Shrine.